Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome down. This is our 13th NxM Community Call, and this is your host with the most from Vandal here. Shout out to everybody who's in the chat. Sorry to cut you off earlier, but we're going to get into this call. I've got quite a number of updates, and we're going to bring up some of our community members to come and talk about what's happening with their projects and what's basically brewing in the NxM ecosystem. So once again, this is it, call number 13. I'm going to kick things off with kind of what's been happening with the DAO, as well as how we're going to be moving forward as a guild when it comes to submitting proposals. So again, if you haven't submitted a proposal, you'll be able to, contact any of us in the group, or you can head over to the NEAR Governance Forum at gov.near.org, and we'll get you set up with a profile and, of course, guide you through the whole process. But what I wanted to start with the governance forum elements is just some advice in terms of, preparing your proposals for your ideas. And that really what I would like to say is for those who are proposing for the first time, not to really worry about the structure of your proposal just yet. I think the best thing to do is just use the governance forum as a vehicle to develop your idea and share it with our community members, and then get some feedback so that we can fine-tune your proposal until it's set and ready to then go to the DAO. Another thing also is that when you are submitting a proposal and it hasn't been approved yet, just put proposal in there in the title, and don't forget to use the tags creative NxM. So if you do search in the tags NxM, you'll be able to find that there. Also, when your proposal is approved, we'll need you to remove the proposal and put approved in the brackets, and then we'll get you all set to submit your proposal to the DAO. One of the things that I did want to talk about, and this is in conversations with that I've had with Chloe as well as with DAO Drop's team, is sort of the reformatting of our sort of financing structure, or the funding requests elements. So what we're going to be doing now is, rather than requesting the funds in NEAR, we're going to be doing these requests in USD value, and then whatever sort of the equivalent is in NEAR at the time of submitting the finalizing the proposal before it goes to the DAO. The reason for this is because, I don't know if you've seen, but I mean, it's a good thing if you've been watching the charts and seeing the price of NEAR rise to the moon. It's going up. So we're super excited about that, of course. But also it means that if we're doing the funding in NEAR, we're looking at basically 4 times the original amount that we were looking at previously. And I think that it's important for us to be able to move whatever resources that we have around the community enough to get everybody's projects hopefully funded and moving forward, so we can do more things. So from now on, moving into October, I know that we've settled already our September funding. Then for October, we're going to start doing that with future proposals, is just to have the USD value in there. So that maybe the question is, okay, how much do I value our time in terms of USD? And I think that we've set a standard, if I'm not correct, Chloe, that it's roughly 20 to 30 USD per hour is sort of the rate that you would put for your time and efforts. And then also, keep that in mind in terms of maybe your payouts to the artists, and kind of keep it within maybe the $100 range as we've been originally doing from the, 25 NEAR per performance, and that was when NEAR was about 250. So yeah, just keep that in mind as well with performers for your events and such. And I also wanted to take this opportunity just to clarify a few things around our conversations with DAO Drops, as well as our previous September proposal. And it's been honestly a bit crazy on my end, and I haven't. I apologize that I haven't been as communicative, and there's been a few miscommunications within the community. So I just wanted to iron that out and take this opportunity today to apologize to anybody, especially Dow Drop's team, Ian and Jacob, for all the miscommunications, and to let you know that for this month and for the next month until the end of the first season, that the funding will be there for Dow Drops. So not to worry, we do have additional funds in our treasury to cover that. So yes, life is chaotic, and I understand totally. Jacob's making his move. I know he'll probably tell you about that when he comes up here. But yeah, so that's the main thing that I wanted to talk about today, is the way that funding is going to be structured moving forward. And then also another important thing that I want to include in this, I guess, today's call is the reporting post-event or at the end of the month, depending on what area that you're helping out in for NxM. And I think that these are sort of the structures that we want to get in place. And, I think that it might make sense for NxM to put up a bounty to have someone help structure everything, because at the moment it's been very challenging for me personally to do that. And I think that we need to do this as a guild and a DAO, so that we have a proper framework for people coming in to know, how to go about doing things, what to expect, and what they need to do. And I know that we've been, going on the fly a lot of the way, and this is only our third month into funding. So, we're working out the kinks as we go along, and it's all super exciting. I'm excited about what's happening with like everything that is going on in NxM. And thank you, Ian. and it's super cool to see, the community is super growing. Like the Telegram is really taken off, and I think we're going to have an influx of community members. I want to give a big shout out to Chad. We're happy to have you on board now as well. Maybe after this, Chad, if you wanted to get up and talk a little bit about what you're doing and what we could do together with NxM, I think that would be cool, because then we can start to get feedback from community members as well that I can take to our working document with things. But yeah, so the other part is the reporting element after you're done your event or at the end of the month, that we want to sort of be able to use these reports in order to evaluate what's happened through the month, and also to set milestones to ensure that we have some targets to meet moving forward, because we always want to ensure that everything that the DAO is funding is something that's always progressing and improving. So if we can identify certain things that we can improve on, we can look back month after month to say, okay, we've accomplished this much, we're doing this, and then now we can move forward to achieve more. And we want everybody here to use NxM as a launch pad, because I think this is really important for the goals that I feel like NxM should be, is that launch pad for all of you creatives to be able to come in here and to be able to get your feet firmly on the ground, to be supported in your creative endeavors, and find ways to help other people get involved, and we can grow. We can basically expand like fungi and be a fun guy and all kinds of stuff. So it's super exciting that we have this opportunity, and I think that it makes sense that we do it the right way, and we set the foundation correctly for the future of NxM. So that's sort of all I really wanted to talk about. So trash lights in the house. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about on my end. In terms of NxM stuff, I'll let you know that, I'm here now in Lisbon. It's really amazing. And I've been like just soaking in all the vibes here, and there's so much going on. And NearCon is coming up. It's going to be at the end of October. And this is going to be a really awesome opportunity for us to showcase to the whole NEAR community what NxM is all about, and just like do the cool things that we're doing, And yes, Jacob, you got to come here. You're going to be like next door, so you got to come through for sure. Just on that note, let's see who. Well, I'm not going to pick anybody up, but whoever wants to come up and share about what you're doing in your project for this month or this week or what's coming up next, please raise your hand. I'll bring you up to the stage. Boom. There we go. We're going to kick it off with Mr. Bone Police. Yeah.
All right. Hey, all.
Yeah, man.
Reporting from the bed at my aunt and uncle's house while I'm in transition between moves. Sonia took off last night, so she's in Boston waiting for her flight to Lisbon right now. So she'll be in your hood for a bit, Vandal, enough to transition gates. Real quick, I just wanted to give an update on, because I know, listening to other calls and checking in with other community members like Justin and Day with C1, we all have the same struggle right now, which is attendance at our events, which I think is, it's always distressing when you're the person throwing it, but I don't think it's our community. I don't think any of us should feel distressed because we're still a small community that's growing in that process. But I was thinking with the bounty program, and especially with NEAR taking off, that I'm going to be writing bounties for all of our events, and I'll do a one NEAR bounty for however many. Well, we could probably do up to 20 now, and do it for people to take a screenshot and post it and share it on social, so that we're getting attendance as well as the sharing of attendance, which makes more people curious and utilize those bounty funds to help stimulate some of that growth is what I'm really thinking will help. As well as bounties, I just got some responses back from our NxM badge that we've been working on, and we have a few options through Do Ocelot that we are going to make a choice on and then go from there. And then with the Dow drops, we have the event this Friday at noon Pacific Standard Time at our new time starting this month. Hurricane J, who's a personal friend of Ian, myself, and Steven, she's a fantastic artist, so we're really excited to be able to bring her into this community as well and do her first drop and get her more involved, because she's been really excited about NEAR and crypto, watching us from the sidelines. So, it's great to be able to share that experience. And then we have Peso next Friday, and then we have Dow Drops Live the following, and then next month we have an exciting month for a few reasons. One, Keyboard Kid is going to be there for us, which is a cool release because he's Lil B's producer, and it's always exciting to have some of that energy going on around the space, I think, especially as people are coming in. And then also we have Day Day's wife doing a spoken word piece. So I'm really excited about that because, this really has become family, I think, for a lot of us. And so to incorporate our actual families, I think, is a pretty special experience. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then we also have Mulan Theory, who won Think You Got Skills this year. So they're doing a drop as well in October. So October is an exciting month, and we'll conclude our season 2 of Dow Drops and give us a chance to learn from what we experienced and how we grew, and get ready to kick things off as a proper Dow for season 3, and hopefully accelerate things even more, as our video producer has been contacting me with tips on how we can upgrade our interview production, which this season, I'll be honest, had to suffer a little bit because of me being in transition of a move and my apartment constantly being torn down. We had to make some compromises with not having multiple videos, but we'll be able to fix that in the next season. So I think that'll be really great. And also I want to thank, because I see a couple people from the Create-Based community too, everybody from there has been fantastic with all of our bounties for posters for these events, for the badge. Like, I really love the cross-pollination between all of us. So I just want to give a shout out to anybody that's here. And I just have really appreciated it. So, and then for our playlist this month, we have Rel for our guest curator, who his last few records came out on Dim Mak. So he's got a little bit of that the traditional space energy too, which will be cool to see how that helps our growth. So we'll look for that probably the last Tuesday of this month. And I think that's everything for me.
That's a lot,
And
man.
Netuno, please check in with me again so that we can get those bounties going to help get attendance up for Strictly Ballin', which I get to do one also this month. I'm going to work on editing the video tonight. I'm going to have a mix of some pre-record or some, yeah, it's all pre-recorded, but some of my live performance as well as some animation from some videos I've done, and cut it all up and try and do something interesting since I'm not a DJ and I'm performing songs more, try and make it more compelling. So excited to be a part of that too.
Awesome,
All right.
Jake.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Much love. Thanks, man, for the update. Awesome
Absolutely.
stuff. Cool. All right. So just before we bring Lord Sanctus up to talk about round 4 and what's going on with him, Netuno, you can also keep your hand up. It's okay. I'll get you up next as well. I just wanted to let you know that tomorrow we got a session with DJ Lethal Skills. It's going to happen at 9 p.m. KL time. So if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be 6 a.m. Pacific or 2 p.m. here in Lisbon. I think Eastern's going to be 9 a.m. So what's happening on the 18th is 18th of September, we're going to be helping Emanate with their anniversary party at the playground in Cryptovoxels, and we'll be featuring 3 NxM artists, one who is just joining the guild, MKNK, and then Major One, as well as Control. So we're going to have special performances by them. But really what I wanted to look at is how we can involve Emanate into what we're doing with NxM and how NxM artists can benefit from the opportunities on Emanate as a music streaming platform on blockchain. And there's a lot of opportunities coming up. I think what we're talking about potentially is migrating our monthly playlists to be on Emanate, because they're going to have a structure with playlist creators get rewarded as part of the streaming revenue that's offered by the musicians themselves, and then also set up an NxM, not only NxM playlist, but get all NxM artists on board onto Emanate. So tomorrow is going to be a Zoom call. I'm going to share it in the community chat as well as record it, so you don't have to worry later on if you miss it. Then you can find out everything and watch that video on how you can get involved and stuff. And I know that some of our community members are already signed up and got the stuff rolling on Emanate, and there you go, 34 cents in a week, man. Yeah, so there's I think a lot of cool opportunities there that we're going to get into. So now I'm gonna get Lord Sanctus up on the stage to share about what's happening with round 4 and stuff.
What's up, everybody? I'm smoking and eating, so I'm not gonna be on camera. But thank you for having me. Round 4, for those of you who don't know, is actually let me introduce myself. My name is Lord Sanctus. I have an independent kind of record label and media company in California, on the central coast of California. We're right in between. We're 200 miles radius in between San Francisco and LA, that elbow part of California. And there's a big music, especially specifically underground hip hop community within that area. And so I'm really trying to target them and get them involved with NEAR. And we throw events all the time up and down the coast. One of them being round 4, which we just hosted. It's similar to Versus. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, where one person catalog versus another person's catalog. We kind of added a twist to it. We added a boxing ring to it. And instead of 2 artists, we had 4. So this event took place on August 28th. It was the first of its kind in the area. We were expecting about 200 people because that's how many tickets we usually sell for our events. But this one was so new that we did less. We did about 50 people showed up in person. But it still was a great success in the event, in the sense that more artists want to be involved now that they saw what it is. So 4 artists each have a 20-minute set, and they go against each other and they battle in person, and then the audience chooses the winner. We paid each artist, so it's basically just a gentleman's bet. There's no risk or involved, or there's it's just all friendly competition. And it's each artist got paid $100, and I wanted to add a near element to it. So my proposal was that any of the artists that were involved could then submit an original song to the guild, that a panel made up of guild members would vote on the best song to mint on DAO Records. And so now we're just waiting on the funds so we can get those start. Everybody signed up for their wallets. Everybody's in the Telegram, and they're ready to go. So that's where we're at with it now. And I have a couple more proposals coming up that I just wanted to tell you guys to look out for, because I would love your input. I've been reaching out to a lot of bigger influencers. One of them being my artist, Jay Blaze, who he's been on tour with Justin Bieber for the last year. But we've put out a bunch of records that have millions of streams, and he finally understands what near is, and we're gonna be bringing these influencers into the guild. And I would love to hear ideas on how we can incorporate them and kind of blow it up. So, but that's what I got going on.
That's amazing. And like I was thinking, it doesn't necessarily have to be released on DAO Records. I think that we can do this on the NxM store. I think that it makes more sense that way, that we can kind of create more of an integration with NxM. But of course, DAO Records is there to help promote and push things out as much as we can. So, we can do that cross release type of thing. And it maybe even involve like DAO drops, exclusive things where we do like a kind of a one-off DAO drop for the winner.
That's what I was gonna ask. Can you elaborate what DAO drops is? I haven't had a chance to actually attend, and I just am not fully versed on what exactly it is.
Okay, so maybe after Natuno's up, maybe Ian, if you're up for it, you can just come up and just give a little brief on DAO drops and exactly what happens. Ian is the host of DAO drops, and so he'll do that, and then you can get the full details around that. But yes, so thanks, Lord Sanctus. Appreciate it and everything you're doing. I think it's really amazing, and the technology here that we're using is really something special, and the way that it's coming together and integrating not only with the NFTs and with Near as a cryptocurrency, but also with Rev Finance and Skyward and Sputnik DAO and everything else. I think is going to make a really awesome ecosystem for everybody. Before I get Natuno up, I just wanted to say that I was inspired by what Mintbase did this morning by creating OpenBase, which is basically a contract where any artist within the community can apply for and get on the contract and be able to mint without having a store, which means that they can get on and they can mint their NFTs on Mintbase without having to pay the 7 year, which is now about $70 to get their store. So I'm thinking we're going to do, an open NxM open or something like that, where we have the same type of deal where NxM members can come and just mint their tracks and mint whatever it is, following community guidelines, obviously, to be able to do that without necessarily needing a store. Okay, so I'm going to hand the mic to Mr. Pip, aka Natuno Blue. The floor is yours, my friend.
Hey guys, sorry, I didn't realize my video wasn't on yet. Hey, how's it going? So I'm Natuno Blue. You can call me Pip. That's what my friends usually call me. We're currently on the 2nd season of Strictly Ballin', which is a series of DJ shows that happen weekly where we feature a guest slot of an hour long for any DJs around the world, where it's open format. And thank you, I like my glasses too. It's open format, and I play a 20-minute opening set for the show, and then we feature someone every single time. So these shows have been happening on Wednesdays currently at 12 p.m. Eastern time, ET. Am I getting that right? Okay, so our 2nd episode just happened and finished about 24 hours ago. We had DJ Brother C. And our 1st of the month as well, Ebro Bro, which was really, really good. We had really good turnout in the Crypto Voxels venue for that one. So the next thing that we're working on is we've got 3 sets left for the month, and it's really cool that we've managed to incorporate a lot of people who are here, actually. We've got Day next week, we've got Bone Police the week after that, and then we've got Glaze Baguette, who's a fellow Malaysian and a part of my label at the end of the month. So the next thing we're doing right now is actually organizing the next lineup for next month, and I actually need to have a talk to Chad about playing a set because he's a DJ as well. So if you guys do know more DJs in our community, if you have anyone you'd like to send my way, please do shoot them my contact or pass me their contact so we can get them a set to play for the upcoming month of shows. So the next kind of step that I'm looking at, which I was kind of experimenting with at the show last night, was to record, like screen record a lot more of what's happening in Crypto Voxels itself, just to act as content for the Near Network, where we can actually see people interacting at these digital venues during our events, and just a bit more video content for anybody who wants to use it across the NxM Guild. The next thing that we're also doing is, this is something I've had a chat to Bone Police about, where at the end of this month, I'm going to compile all of the recorded sets that we've had for this entire month of Strictly Ballin', and I'm going to send it over to him, and he's going to compile a playlist on Audius. So that's just more content for us coming out of this show. Something that we're doing differently season 2 compared to season 1 was, season 1 was very focused on DJs itself. But in season 2, as you notice with the next 2 musicians we've got for next week and the week after that, we're trying to focus a lot more on just DJs, but also electronic musicians. Any musicians who use electronics in their setups and are able to perform with those electronics live, which is why Bone Police is a great one for this month. And I'm super looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to your file as well tomorrow, dude. So yeah, that's everything on the SB side. It's been going good, and it's been nice to see that the Crypto Voxels engagement has been steadily increasing. We had a little bit of a smaller turnout yesterday compared to the first week, but we're going to get those posters out faster this time around. I've already done them. I'm just going to send them over to the social media team so we can start queuing these things a little bit faster. So yeah, that's it on my side for this event.
Awesome. And we also just had a conversation before this session here, the community call, talking about sort of the future movements of not only Strictly Ballin', but setting up a DJ DAO, which the DJ DAO, it's set up. We're just working on creating the infrastructure for that and developing the proposal and getting everything ready. So that'll be something that'll be down the road. I think maybe after NearCon or something that we can really kind of look into launching DJ DAO and getting more people involved in that. So like Pip said, if you have DJ friends, DJs, you want to get them involved. We also have set up a Telegram channel for DJ DAO, so we can kind of get the ball rolling on that and get more community members to come in and participate in the evolution of that. Yeah, awesome. Thanks for the update. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, most welcome. And we're going to get Ian up here next and to talk about exactly what is DAO drops.
Hello. I actually put a shirt. This is the shirt I put on.
Nice shirt. I like it.
It says, "I like my coffee like I like my magic." So, anyways, yeah. DAO Drops is a community event, basically, where we do an interview and we release an NFT with an artist. We do it in a Crypto Voxel parcel. It's called Bittrees Plaza. And then we do 3 drops a month, and then the 4th drop of the month would be the live performance with whoever performs, whoever did the drop that month. Hopefully I'm explaining this well. I'm still drinking coffee. This is early for me. So yeah, basically it's we meet up in the Bittrees Plaza. So I work for Bittrees, which is a Metaverse native company, but I'm also a member of NxM, and I've done stuff with DAO Records, and I'm super, bullish on audio NFTs or whatever. So basically, every week we make a poster. We have someone do the poster, and then there's at the live performances, people who have bought the posters and people who show up, there's a chance to win stuff. Every week we do a wearable that you get so you get a free crypto voxel wearable for showing up and signing the guest list. Last week was an awesome like space helmet that I designed myself. I'm actually like really enjoying the process of designing wearables, which has nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now. But yeah, so basically we're just trying to get more, eyeballs on artists that we think are really, really cool members of NxM. So like Jake was saying, this week we've got Hurricane J, who's like a newer member. We've got Keyboard Kid coming up in the future. We've got, like Mulan Theory. There's a bunch of really, really awesome artists. We did one with Day Day already. And so this month we decided to move the time because we were in direct competition with another music show on Token Smart, and they have a really big audience, and so like we saw sort of less people that were going to our event. So we're hoping to this time shift will help drum up people, and I guess that's been sort of the experience with the NxM events, is we're trying to get people to come out. So it might be good for all the different events to have like a calendar posted, right? So like when Pip does Strictly Ballin', be like, yo, tomorrow at this time we've got Dow drop, or right, because you're on Wednesday, so you'd be like, oh, Thursday we've got this, and Friday we've got Dow drops. So if we're all doing that at all the different NxM live shows, I think that might help drum up more people showing up, because the people who show up are going to be the people who are going to want to show up to other events, right? So
yeah, totally. I think that's something that is being echoed by all of the community members, is that support with the promotion and marketing and getting people to come. I think that this is something that now that we have a good sort of stable of events and activities, now it's just rallying around the calendar. And this was something that has been on my mind for a while. I think it's really important that we need a community calendar, not only to include the events and stuff, but also, community calls and what's happening in the ecosystem, so that we can start to incorporate some of the relevant near guilds activities that are going down. And then just to kind of consolidate around the social media team, Chad was in on the call earlier. I think he's still here. I don't know if he has time to come up and say anything, but maybe I can just share what it was. Okay, he is there. So Ian, if you don't mind, we'll get Chad up just quickly to talk about what he's doing, and then maybe potentially how that can help what we're all doing here. But thanks again, Ian. Good morning and happy coffee.
Morning. Yeah.
Awesome. So Chad, if you want to raise your hand, and I'll bring you up on the stage real quick, and then you can just let people know how we can do more fun things with NxM and Near.
What is up, guys? Thank you for having me. I love this community already. My name's Chad. I started DJing 2012. I started producing music on a Machine and Logic Pro electronically with a bunch of my friends here on the coast. And I actually live right next to, who's the other guy here that's on the coast that's in
Lord Sanctus.
Lord Sanctus. I'm somehow right next to you, Lord Sanctus. We're literally neighbors. I live 10 minutes away from this guy. That's crazy. That's mind-blowing. That's super awesome. I love all the things everyone's up to. I love this community. So basically, I produce videos for Near. So from start to finish, we do these things called blockheads, which Dorian, a developer, codes, and he shows like what you can build using Near and what's possible and stuff. So we made like a decentralized Spotify video that I was really passionate about because I am a musician as well. So kind of for our next thing with storytelling is, with blockchain and with smart contracts and all the computer stuff, there can be a lot of disconnect where people are like, what the hell does Near do? What else, what's possible? And with our storytelling, we wanted to show actual stories of like real life people like you guys and everyone here how it's actually affecting your lives and what you're up to within NEAR and what's going on here. So yeah, like I'm super tired of Zoom meetings and seeing like the Zoom videos. So since Vandal has like access to some clean video gear and audio gear, we'd love to kind of have just some beautifully framed things where we ask some questions and we get right to the point with the videos and just help paint a picture of like what NEAR is doing and how like you guys are trying, and just all the things that you're up to. And that's pretty much it for the most part. And yeah, that's about it. They're just trying to tell some better and yeah, and highlight what you guys are up to.
Yeah, and I think also what we had talked about earlier on the call was featuring community members that are actively engaged in projects and how they're using the technology in the guild and together with the other tools that are out there, the other Web3 tools. And I think that a lot of people on this call would be great to be featured in the video series, and
hell yeah.
I think it'd be really amazing. And already Lord Sanctus is like, let's link, you know,
Let's
you guys
link,
are
yeah.
neighbors, so it'd be really cool. And Chad, I really appreciate you jumping into the call, man. It's awesome to have you here, and we hope that, you know, we'll see your audio NFT contributions hit the NxM store and get involved maybe in a DAO drop or do a DJ set for Strictly Ballin'. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we're up to, and it would be really awesome.
Most definitely, dude. Because I've been with NEAR now for a year, and like, you know, I've just been editing like crazy, hustling my ass off, and my art and like, you know, me making music and my creative side just had to take a step back, honestly, you know, to pay the bills and things. So it would be nice to get into this, and that's why I'm so passionate and why I'm here, because sound has been therapy for me. Like, it helped get me through some rough times in my life. It helps me therapeutically, where if I just want to rap on a track or if I just want to make music with my friends, it's what I do. So thank you for having me, and thank you everyone for hearing everyone's talks, and everyone else is up to really great things. So I'm just here to try to support that and to get more back into my roots and just have some more fun.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Cool. And Natalie, you had mentioned you're getting on Clubhouse soon, so maybe we get you up onto the stage and to talk about what's popping. I know that Metaverse Music Festival is coming up at the end of October. There's a lot of really cool stuff that's going to be happening in October. So I'm going to pass the mic to you. There you go.
Thank
Good morning,
you.
by the way.
Only you can get me up this early, you and Trashy and the crew. After I was up till 4 o'clock with Kane. Yeah, the Metaverse Music Festival is just a collective community project across the ecosystem, and we just want to build some bridges, onboard tons of artists and creatives into the space, and also amplify what people are already doing in this space. And so we have tons of kind of communities coming together to rock out, and we have, of course, performers and different people curating stages, but we also have people doing like a costume shop and all kinds of exciting things that will kind of roll out, well, some of it today on Clubhouse at 12:30 Cali time. And then we'll be back on Twitter Spaces at 5:30 Cali time, just to get a wide range of the community. And so, yeah, if you know other DAOs or people that would want to be involved, we're just having people self-organize their stages, slapping them on a schedule, marketing and promoting them, and just really trying to amplify what everybody's doing. And it's been a really wild ride. So I hope that, yeah, just come through and ask all your questions and grill us like I grill everybody else. And so, yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. So, yeah, it's going to happen Halloween weekend from the 29th to the 31st, 72 hours straight. Going to be crazy. So, yeah.
Madness. It's and I know that Ian also has been quite active as well in organizing an NxM in there. So for people who want to get involved, who are either watching this and not in attendance, you know, reach out in the community and reach out to either Natalie or Ian, or get involved directly with Metaverse Music Festival. There's a Discord, right? Maybe we can share that. Well, I think everybody here knows it, but we can share that with the community as well in the Telegram. And yeah, it's so much awesome work you've been doing for not only, you know, Metaverse Music Festival, but like all the other stuff you've been doing in the space is awesome. And we definitely appreciate you, Natalie.
Likewise, thank you, Vandal. If people want more information, they can just go to M as in mattress, vmf.live. We have a shortened link and we'll drop it in the Telegram as well. And so feel free to DM me or Ian or whatever. So thank you, Vandal.
All right, Natalie. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you. Day, do you think that you can get up here with, you want to try, raise your hand and get up on the stage? I don't know if that's possible or not on mobile yet, but Chloe was on video earlier. No, can't. Okay. I was going to invite also Chloe, if you wanted to just come up and if you have anything to say, or, you know, what's happening with the guilds or with NeR and what you're doing. If you want to come up and say anything, we'll bring you up. Let's do it. It still says Lisbon, Portugal on your
Change that
on your profile.
So yeah, Day, I am on mobile. So feel free to raise that hand if you're using the app, Day, and maybe it'll let you come up. But hello, everybody. Chloe Lewis here. My title is always a bit weird, but adoption lead at the NeR Foundation. I also run a guild in the creative ecosystem at NeR, the Mama J Foundation, mainly just supporting creatives in the Web3 space, supporting their projects, just like NxM does for music. We just do it for, I guess, a little higher level, a little bit of everyone. So anyone here who's looking to receive more support in their creative ideas, let's say you're a musician, but you also are creative in a multitude of other ways, feel free to check out our guild. We'd love to try and support you in that way. If you're just looking maybe to set up your own DAO, set up your own guild, grow your own community, we have a creative like guild leaders chat. I'll drop that in the NxM chat later. And honestly, that chat is for anybody in the ecosystem who wants to just get more information about what it might take to lead your own community in the Web3 space in general. So if you're used to being on Ethereum or Polygon, or you want to be on Solana, honestly, it doesn't matter too much to me. You can come into the chat, learn more about what a guild is, what a DAO is, how to grow your community, and we will support you. Obviously, when it comes to like funding and other resources, if you're hoping to start a guild, currently we're going to be providing that funding in NeR, and we hope that you're also supporting the NeR ecosystem. But at the same time, you know, even NxM, for example, they have playlists on Audius, which is built on Solana, and that funding came through the NeR Foundation. So we honestly just try and support people onboarding into the Web3 space in general. So yeah, that's a bit about me. I did say earlier in the pre-table chat that I did buy a guitar earlier, so she's hanging out right there, a little breed love. So my goal is to, for the past 6 months, I've been working at NeR. I was a crate-based community facilitator for a while. I decided to have my own guild at NeR. I've been supporting multiple other groups. So over the next couple of weeks, couple of months, my goal is to really get back to creating my own NFTs, creating my own content. And hopefully I'll be joining a lot of you guys, maybe at DAO Drops one of these days with my own content. We'll see. But yeah, that's a little about me. Glad to be on. I've missed a lot of these calls over the past couple of weeks. I've been super busy, but glad to be here and glad to be seeing some of you hopefully in Lisbon late October. I will be there for NeRCon. I'll actually be speaking as well on the Mama J Foundation and using like Web3 tech for social impact in general. And so if you're someone who is interested in how to kind of use Web3 tech to support marginalized communities in general, I'm kind of always talking about that kind of stuff. So glad to be here and glad to chat about this stuff. Thanks, man.
Beautiful. Thank you, Chloe. And we're looking forward to the music, the Chloe covers and all that stuff coming soon. Awesome. This has been a great call, and we're going to try and get Deruku up on the stage. Let's see if we can invite you up, my friend. Yeah. Wait. Nope. Wait. Oh, that's just a chat. All right. There we go. He's got his hand raised. Yeah, it's working. It is working. That's what I like to see. Mobiles finally making things happen here on AirMeet. Deruku, how you doing, bro? Yes, the mobile's in effect. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Looks cool, man. I'm loving this the air now. I hope can you hear me clearly? Okay, okay. All right, great. So well, it's been awesome, man. Yeah, it's been a great time. I see a whole lot of development, you know, from in general. So I'm excited, and I'm super stoked to be featured in the Street Liver Lane. So I'll be doing my thing, on the 15th. So yeah, get little, and yeah, been going fine. Just curious, if they it's on the social media, Twitter. I'm so I really want to suggest if we can get some of these names right, like the social media and build to build, stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna go. That's how that's gonna work. And, that's actually what I have in mind. But now I don't have much of a question. And I've not been permitted to chat in the NSM Telegram group. So I don't know what's wrong with that. I just need to give it time. Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a bit of trouble hearing you, but I think that just to kind of elaborate with what you said, if I got it right, you're going to be on the 15th, right, for Strictly Ballin', and then you were also talking about the Twitter as well for NxM, and I think that one of the things that we can kind of work on all together as a guild and a community is to kind of have maybe a schedule and calendar around all of our events and the social medias so that we can, be all aligned with that. And maybe this is something that Jacob, maybe we can put a bounty for this, someone to develop, a calendar and to get everything aligned with the social media, because I think that's really important. And the other part, what was it, Deduku, you were saying as well?
Yeah, I'm talking about names. Like I volunteered, to help the growth of the social media. I volunteered to come out with 3 artworks, for the week. Like each week, I'll compose, create 3 artworks, to promote the Twitter. But I think if we can get all these funny memes, it it's I know there's a guild in here that does memes, right? So I think maybe NSM can kind of collaborate with them. We need more of such. I think these days, with artwork, you can get analytics, than just words, than just normal posts. So yeah, that's it. The calendar plan is going to get leaked. It's a good plan, actually. And I'm down whenever it's set, then we get it moving.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's a great idea that maybe we set some bounties as well for memes, because like you're saying, we want to bring some more attention to what's happening with NxM, and the visual elements are very important. And I liked what you've been doing so far. It's been really good, and I think that we coordinate with all of the social medias that we have, with the Instagram, with the Facebook, and with the Twitter, and then we're able to have this connected with the calendar as well as what's happening. And then prior to each event, as Ian was saying as well earlier, is that we can utilize the events to promote what's coming up next. So say at the Strictly Ballin', it's like, okay, coming up next on Thursday, we have a community call or something, or we have, Dow drops on the Friday, we have this happening on a Tuesday, and then we can basically pre-promote what's happening next in all the events that we're doing. And this is something that, you know, we've been testing the waters, we've been putting out content, we've been organizing the community together. Things are nicely aligning, and now we need to be a bit more organized moving forward. And you know, I think that we've got the ability to do this, and I'm excited with the potential of everything that's happening. You know, it's really awesome, and appreciate all the efforts. Anything else you want to add? Because we're going to wrap up the call, so we're going to close the call with you, my friend, so you can you know, say whatever it is you need to say, and then we'll say goodbye.
Well, I just want to say big shout out to everybody. Do appreciate it. I do appreciate this very time. I never knew I can make it to the call. And yeah, maybe we should give some good time for the Discord, the NxM Discord. I think yeah, we need some kind of events, you know, are we kind of Telegram, centralized on the Telegram. I think Discord has more potential despite the network interruption most times.
Yeah, I totally get it. And then also you're having a bit of difficulties with the Telegram. So holla at Steven, Trash Lights on the Discord stuff. And yeah, I think that's a good idea. We'll rally around Discord. Discord is pretty much my nemesis at the moment. So I will try my best for that. But yeah, thanks a lot for everything you've been doing. I guess we're going to close the call now. Our 13th community call. Much love to everybody who's come out for this. We've got a recording that is going to be here. This is going to be the recording, so we're going to get this up on the NxM YouTube. And for everybody who's tuned in, tomorrow on Friday is going to be, what day is Friday the 10th? Yes, Friday the 10th. At 9 p.m. KL time, which is going to be, again, 9 p.m. is going to be 6 a.m. Pacific or 9 a.m. Eastern or 2 p.m. Lisbon time. We're going to be doing a workshop for Emanate, so that will be recorded as well. We're going to get that up on our channel on YouTube as well to share with everybody. Once again, thank you so much for coming through, everybody, with all the updates. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, yo, wait, hold on. Sorry. Trash Lights, you want to come up and give your update? My bad. I just saw you updating in the chat here. Let's get you on stage, my friend.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we are. Yeah, man. Sorry about that.
No worries, man. It's super.
Yeah.
Yeah, NxM Anthem this month is coming along, and it's going to be JCB is going to be the producer. Excited to have Mesa One on vocals. Gonna super excited to hear what they come up with, and we're just still looking for a visual artist. Gonna nail that down in the next couple of weeks, and have that ready to go for the last Friday of the month. And that's it. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Steven. Appreciate you. And yeah, let's do this. All right, y'all. That's it for community call number 13. I'm Vandal. We out. Going to catch you in another 2 weeks on the 23rd. One love and peace out.